Good morning, Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. I just want to make an announcement. Showtime, hello Showtime, I know you're listening to us. He's in Atlantic City, he had to do a few things today. So we have my friend and our co-host, Sharon Pearson.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to be back here on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work.
All right. So guess what? She did the whistle. She did the whistle thing. Oh, I just want to talk about the week for a minute. What you think? What went on with your week today, Sharon?
Lord.
You know, all week. Did you have a good week?
Okay, let's put it this way. I had a good week, but I'm not gonna say where I work for real, but I worked in the Philadelphia public school system, and let me tell you, it took everything in me not to not to get into a fight with a first grader.
Oh no, we
so
can't do that,
serious.
Sharon.
I'm just saying, you know, I know you can't, but sometimes they take you there.
Yes. Yeah, they do take you there, but you know, my week was wonderful, but I do have some announcements to make. We have Sunday, January 5th, 2020. Salute to the Philly Boxers, 5325 Old York Road, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19141. And this is the whoopypros.com. You can go there. $30. It's only $30 for a ticket. Now listen, only $30.
That's not bad.
That's not bad, right?
Not at all.
So we have a few things coming up. Heartless. Wow, we're going to I think Showtime and I will be going December the 5th.
Okay.
Studio Movie Grill, 69th Street, Market Street, Upper Darby, PA. This is more like a movie. Heartless is coming out, and this is going to be a wonderful event. And you have Lucinda Trowell, she's in it. Amelia Barnes and Craig, they're in it.
Okay.
So, it's called Indie Film of the Year. So this is going to be wonderful. So I think we're going to be a part of the host. So what else is going on? Let's see. Do you have anything that you want to talk about that's going on with you, Sharon?
Well, right now, on December 22nd at 6 p.m. at 4701 Lancaster Avenue, we're putting on a play called The Letters. That's 4701 Lancaster Avenue, 6 p.m. December 22nd. You don't want to miss it. I'm in it. I'm not inviting people just because I'm in it, but it is a good play. It's something for the family, everybody, because there's a lot of things out right now that aren't kid family friendly. But you can bring your family, you can bring your mom, you can bring the cat, you can bring the dog, you can bring the baby. Everybody.
She said the dog. Did she say the dog? Did y'all hear that? She said the dog. Bring the dog. Okay, well. Maybe you can bring the dog.
I mean, people act like dogs are people now, so
yes.
My God.
Wow. Yeah, we want to still give a shout out again to Showtime. We miss you, Showtime. Hey, if you look, anyone want to call up, and today we have a great guest today, and I'm going to get ready to introduce you to our guest in a few minutes. But Showtime, if you want to call up and say hello.
What's up, Showtime?
We miss you, Showtime. But my girl Sharon's here.
What's up?
She wanted to let you know what's up.
You, and thank you for this opportunity. I missed you guys.
Yes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce our first guest. Kelly and Liddy and Nicole actually are together. They are foundation. This is the New Beginnings is called Foundation. Fashion show tomorrow. And it's a coat drive, December the 15th. And it says Guard Your Heart event. So you can, if you want to get booked, it's a book for 215-740-3458. So they're going to talk more about it, but I just want to let you know what was going on, so you can always, call up and talk to them more about, the event that they're having tomorrow. So here we go. You can talk, girl. Lenny, is this Lenny?
Lenny's right here.
Lenny, okay, Lenny.
Hey, what's up? Tomorrow we do have a fashion show. Stephanie Kane, I guess I'm going Stephanie Kane is like world renowned, does the Runways Fashion Week. She'll be helping the kids do a kids fashion show, a charity event. For December 15th, we're doing a coat drive. So far, my organization, we raised about 200 coats for kids, from sizes from 0 to 20.
Excuse me, we have a caller. I guess they hung up. Yeah, long time or, yeah.
Yeah, but we have coats, about 200 coats from sizes 0 to 20. The fashion show is just a charity event to raise more coats so you can get scarves, gloves, hats, anything for the cool for the kids.
Wow, wow. Now, how long have you? You are you are CEO of it.
Yes.
Wow. How long has it been in effect?
I've been doing it. Well, it's been the organization has been in effect for 2 years now.
2 years.
But I've been doing it for about 5 years. I'm Haitian, and so is Kevin.
Okay.
In our Haitian community, all we've done is give back because of the poverty of how Haiti is. So since we were little, we always was known to just give, send things there because they're just less fortunate.
Yes.
So something clicked in my head. Sometimes was like, even though I've never been there, something clicked in my head saying, always help where you at first before you can help somewhere else.
Yes.
So the first thing I said was, I need to start helping the community that I'm from. So that's what I started doing.
Caller. No.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what he said, that's the main reason why we stay in urban areas also. So we reach out to people of our culture, and we reach out to the people in our immediate community. So we're going to reach out to, of course, Haitian people and just everybody in our demographic,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Well, when you talk about kids and helping children, to me that's a blessing, in itself. Talking about the children and what you're doing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, our biggest thing is youth development. Just like as you say, like
Go ahead.
working for the school district, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's records, but one thing I found out is
Well, excuse me for we keep getting the phone call. I was not saying anything, but okay, callers, I'm sorry. We keep answering.
But yeah, like literacy is like a big thing in school. Kids do not want to learn or read, basically.
No, right.
It's a sad art because two things people can't take away from you is who you are and what you know, your character and the knowledge that you have. So promoting the development of youth is the biggest thing I'm telling them is they have to read. They have to learn.
Yes.
Because now with the millennials of how they think, it's basically they do want to do their own thing, but you have to have knowledge to do it. And the best way to get knowledge is picking up a book or read. Or if you have your phone, use it as a school. This is your school. This is your college. This is your encyclopedia.
Yes.
This is everything. If you can look on social media at other people's stuff doing, it can get you depressed because you don't have it. But you can use this to get knowledge. You can learn whatever you want to on your phone. So kids out here, use your phone as your best briefcase in the world.
Yeah.
This is education.
Yeah.
This is everything you need to how to learn how to do anything is on your phone. You're on your phone 24 hours, you can learn 24 hours.
Yes.
And if I could expound, we also want to inspire parents to be more active because we're trying to have the kids commit to excellence. So it's hard to commit to excellence when you don't have no foundation.
Right.
So we want to reach out to the parents also and touch them in a way that they'll be able to let's say let's just say they'll be able to inspire and make sure they commit to what they have to commit to,
Right. Well, I like both of you said because being an educator, when I am an educator, I say it all the time. I retired 30 years I've done for the school district of Philadelphia, but then I went back. So I went up this call going off of retirement because I'm doing long term at a school. And it takes patience. It does take patience. And I also like when you mentioned about parents, it's more important. It's important for the parents to get involved with the students, with their kids, because it's a lot of times, they'll come in and they'll say, well, I didn't get the help I need, with the homework, or I didn't get that. So what I'll do is I'll help them in class sometimes, because you do want the parents to be more involved with their kids and whatever they do. I don't care what it is. If they're in town, they're talented, they have a gift. Be there for them. Show, help them, give them applaud them on whatever they do in life, So that's the blessing, that y'all mentioned about there, because education is the key, and education is important. And then, if you have a gift too, that's important also. So you're right about that.
Right.
And I just want to just add on to what you said about reading, Lenny. It's so important, because I try to tell the students on a daily, you have to learn how to read. If you can't read, you can't do anything. Because there's a lot of a lot of the little boys say, oh, I want to be a football player. I want to do this. I want to do that. I said, well, honey, if you can't read the plays, you can't do anything. And I also tell them there's a difference between learning how to read, whether, for example, working at McDonald's because you want to, or working at McDonald's because you have to. And one of the little boys said, well, Miss Pearson, what's wrong with working at McDonald's? There's nothing, but you want to be able to work somewhere, not because you necessarily have to, but because you want to. Right. You want to have those options. If you can't read, you can't count, people can sell you anything, you can't rent an apartment. You don't know what they're telling you in the lease, so you have to read.
That's very true.
And you know what? When I go to the classroom, the kids say, "Oh, can we do math?" That's what they want to do. And I said, "Well, do you know you have to read? In order to do math, you still have to know how to read." That's important. Reading is very important.
I too was one of those kids. I was the same way, because I wanted to be a football player. I played football all my life since I was 6 years old. My biggest goal was, I always said, to get by from school, I had to do the bare minimum, because I felt I was the best. Okay. I always said, I don't need school. I'm going to be a football player, or I'm going to do music.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Caller, how can we help you?
Hey, how you doing? This is Showtime the Hype Man. I'm out here.
Hey, Showtime the Hype Man. How are you? We just gave you a shout out.
Yeah, well, I just want everybody to know that Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. I want to thank Dr. Rock, Sharon, and all those who are there supporting you at the time. But sorry that Showtime the Hype Man couldn't be there. I had some other obligations. So I'm over here at Showboat at Fight tonight that we're going to be doing. But I want y'all to continue to keep doing what y'all doing. I want our fans, our audience, and the team. We need everybody's help to support Whistle While You Work at 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. We got a lot of big things that's going to be happening in 2020. But the only way that we can be successful, we need Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore, Washington. If you are an artist or a guest anywhere in the region area, we're asking to support Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. We're looking for sponsorship. We're looking for people that are creative. Yes. So I want to continue to bless the radio show. I got to go, but y'all doing a great job this morning. I tuned in. I know that it's a hot topic that you got. Sharon, hold it up. Hold it up, Sharon. Keep them right there.
Yeah.
All of y'all.
Yes.
I like to be there, but unfortunately I'm into some other stuff. But I will be there next week. Dr. Rock, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Keep smiling.
We miss you over here. We miss, right, Sharon?
Hi, man.
Yes.
Yes, I want to thank the team that's there and the people that's there today. Y'all enjoy your day. I'm going to get off the phone. Enjoy y'all show. Enjoy y'all show. And God is watching Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. Thank you.
See you next week, Showtime. Sorry.
Yes. All right. No, you can finish because you were talking about the football.
I too was one of those kids. I didn't care about school. I was just more like, I'm gonna be a football player or I'm gonna make music. Regardless, that was I was good at. That was something I thought I just needed. I had a big, like, my faith was big though. I went to church and I always would pray. And I'm like, God is going to give me what he wants to give me.
Yes.
So I'm always was like, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And when it didn't happen, to me, like even playing sports, because it's like I owe like my knees were bad. Like when you like 20, you didn't think your knees would be bad. But since you've been playing since you were
Yes.
6,
Yes.
but since you've been playing since you were 6, it got bad. So it was a point in my life, like even years go by, I just lived life, just living, because I didn't take education seriously. But it was funny because I started reading a lot, and it was a time, even when I saw Kelly one time when I was just like, I'm gonna write a book. I said, I'm gonna write a book. He's like, you gonna write a book? I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's funny because everyone I told them that, they just looked and laughed. But I do have 3 published books now.
Wow.
And I self-published my own
Wow.
books.
Awesome.
And it was just memoirs about my life and just like journeys through struggles I had, through things, through faith, through just falling and and picking yourself back up. So when I looked at it and I was just like, I can do that.
Yes.
That means every child can do that.
Yes,
Every kid
yes.
can do that.
And I'm so glad you mentioned that because when you said something about, because the kids tell me now, I want to be a football player, I want to be a basketball player. And that's what they always mention. And I say to them, yes, but you know what? You always have to have a backup plan, which means you have to have your education. Education comes first. Even if you do play ball, do you know they look at your grades? They're not going to let you play football without having good grades. So I explain that.
And when I was young, I used to be bitter because I'm like, Dad, God, like let me down. But when I got older and I started really paying attention to how I prayed, I used to pray to God, like, I just let me play football. And he did. He didn't ask me. I didn't say, can I play in the nationals, right? So he gave me everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
It's just in a way I like. So when I look back, it's like I did do what I like to do.
Okay.
I did do it. So I'm thankful for that because certain people can't even do it.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, it was just like it wasn't the profession that he wanted me to do, but I got a chance to do it. So even Kelly has a story as well too because he used to box. He was about to go pro, and then he had a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
So having a heart attack and saying your dream is gone, and you think, what else is there to do? That's where like a thing like with the testimonies of like depression and things like that. But he found a way, helping kids, saying not to give up. Now he trains kids, for free. Like he trained kids boxing and do things like that every day. If I call him every day from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, he's in the gym training kids, and that keeps them out of trouble and gives them something else to do, even if they don't have to. Because my son, I have an older son, he doesn't like fighting for anything, but he boxes just. It gives him something else to do. It gives him something to stay out of trouble. Not to say I'm bored, let me go knock some trash cans down or something. Because I was a kid, I used to do things like that.
And to expound off of what Lenny said with the reading, I'm also one of those kids, and the more that I started to read, I started to communicate better. I didn't use any obscene language and things like that. And when Lenny told me he was writing a book, I was a little skeptical,
Yes.
But actions show you why words mean nothing.
Yes.
So once I seen when he was on his 3rd book, I was actually inspired. It made me want to do it. And in 2020, we're actually starting a literacy workshop.
Wow.
Yeah, to inspire kids to write books. Yeah, I mean, and that's Lenny's brainchild. And I mean, I'm just inspired. And I actually want to write a book also to tell my little story. And Nicole has a lot going on too.
Yes.
Nicole's gonna be writing a book about her story. So we all we're just helping each other.
So Nicole, that's Nicole right there, right?
Yeah.
Nicole, beautiful. I mean, I want to listen to your story too, Nicole. Could you tell us?
My story is pretty simple.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody kind of has the same concert, like when you want to do something, but then you obviously need some type of backup plan or whatever. Like I wanted to be a dancer, but obviously in order to do that, like you still gotta get good grades, you still gotta go to school,
Yes.
so that way you can still get that kind of back. It all kind of
Mhm.
take off of that a little bit.
Wow. Well, I always say, you always say what you can put your mind to, you can do it, right?
Right.
And I always say to, because I'm a believer, and I always say, don't let nobody take your joy, don't let nobody steal your joy. Because whatever you said you can't do, you can do it. You just claim it. That's what I was claiming.
My biggest thing is the African American community limit themselves a lot.
Yeah.
It's because, like I said, writing a book, it seems so far-fetched for someone because they think it's impossible.
Yeah.
A lot of kids just growing up in the community think certain things are very impossible to do, or they don't see that a normal person can do that. So dreams become small to just sports or music, or they just think they're not good at anything because they think the limit is not there. A lot of kids can say, I'm, I may not, I'm not going to college because I don't know no one that can, or my family like can't afford it. So why should I strive?
Right.
So the thing is, we have to reprogram their mind and tell them everything is possible. And I think it's about reassuring them that working hard, like maintaining your grades, having a goal
Right.
is the way to be. Because like I said, if you look around, like where I grew up, it was just like no, like the people that we admired was, I guess you would say, the drug dealers, because that's the ones you saw. But it was funny because some of them used to say, "You need to go to school," and the reason why they say that is because they know after all the mistakes that they had, if they would have changed it back, if they would have turned back the time, they would have went to school. So even though we glorify certain things, we thought it was easy, but they like no. You need the education.
Yeah.
So the main goal is you can do whatever you want to do through education.
Yes,
You have to learn what you want, how to do it.
And moreover, nothing against entertainers, but we need to stop just building entertainers.
Yes.
I need to see a sister or a brother winning a Nobel Peace Prize again.
Yes.
Things of that nature. You mean? I want to see more engineers in the world. Everybody don't gotta sing and dance.
Right.
That's not the thing. You know what I mean? And no offense to anybody. If that's what they want to do.
Right.
I just want to inspire new thoughts.
We both started as entertainers.
Yeah.
He made music, I made music. We all did music.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so but as far as the New Beginning Foundation, we got a lot of events going on. We got one going on tomorrow. That's the youth fashion show.
Yes.
The following week is the coat drive, which is December 15th. December 27th, Guard Your Heart documentary is coming out. That's about my little story and my heart condition. And we also have a Guard Your Heart event 2020 in February. So we got a lot going on. Again, the literacy campaign that we got going on also. So, just tune in.
Yes.
And we would love to have Philly Hot Radio a part of everything that we got going on.
Oh, yes, we would definitely want to be a part of it, help you out. So tomorrow's event also, you said with the event tomorrow.
Yep, the event tomorrow is the youth fashion show.
Hosted by Stephanie Kane.
Yeah, hosted by Stephanie Kane. Yes, so Stephanie is definitely here. We'll talk to her, soon. But definitely call in. Was it $20?
It's $20 for a ticket.
Yes, call in callers. This is to help the kids. Donations for the coats and stuff. 'Cause sometimes kids, don't have certain things. So if you look at it, just all you're doing is supporting the children. So you call up, or maybe you can give the information where they can, get in contact with you for tickets or any information for tickets or anything like that, so they can call us and in contact with you in case they want to come to your event tomorrow.
If they want to buy a ticket.
They want to buy a ticket?
Yeah, or buy it.
Yes, you can reach me have my number at 215-740-3458. I'll definitely be making drop-offs anywhere. You can text me or
Drop
call
off,
me.
right?
Drop off anytime. The event is at Sheltonham Mall. It's at Oak Street facility,
Right,
from 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
Yeah. Right.
Live entertainment, DJs, food. It's going to be fun.
And it's gonna be a fashion show for the kids, right? The little ones?
Yeah.
They're gonna be a fashion show. What ages are the fashion show?
It's from the youngest kid I've seen there. It's 3 years old to like 17.
3 years old,
It's
17.
it's an amazing show. I don't want to give out too much.
Yes.
Right.
I just want to it's gonna be fabulous. I've seen a preview. You know, I let Stephanie
Right.
do her magic because certain things like
Yeah.
fashion, that's her. So I'm more. I fall back from it and it's more good.
Yes, okay. Well, you know what, I enjoyed the conversation with you, and, I'm glad you all came in.
Thank you.
And
so
we
much.
definitely want to support, you can let us know, we're gonna keep in touch, and let us know all the things that you're having up, so we can support. Philly Hot Radio will be a part of, to help you out, okay?
Thank you. No problem.
Definitely, yes,
Thank
definitely.
you for
Philly Hot
coming.
Radio, thank you for having us
Yes.
So
on.
much.
Thank you
Yes,
for coming.
thank you for calling. You too,
Foundation.
Nicole, glad you came on. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Again, my name is Kelly Silver.
Lenny.
Lonnie, Nicole, Kelly, and
Turn your phone off.
Lenny, all right. All right, thanks.
Philly Hot Radio, Philly Hot Radio. Thank you.
All right, thank
If
you.
you have social media, you can follow us on Instagram. The New Beginning Foundation page is NB Foundation _Inc.
Yes.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All right. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Peace.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, all right,
Thank you.
all right. Yes, yes. Yeah, that was wonderful, Sharon. They really,
Really good.
supporting everyone, that's very nice.
Very well.
Very nice. I enjoyed that. So, we're gonna talk about our other guests. Our other guest is coming on.
We're still live.
Still out.
Thank you, we're still live.
Our other guest, her name is, let's see, Alicia Burns. She is a registered nurse. She's here to discuss home health care and advanced clinical documentation for registered nurses.
Hello, good morning.
Hey.
Hey, do I get a whistle?
Yes, you get a Yeah.
All right, so I'm Alicia Burns. Thank you so much, Dr. Conti, for
Yes.
that intro. I work for a few agencies, but who I want to talk about today is McManus Home Health Care, where your family is our
Excuse me.
priority.
We have a caller. Hello?
Okay.
Okay. Well, like I said, I work for McManus Home Health Care and Assistive Care Services. We have personal care assistants on one side, and then we have registered nurses, physical therapists, occupational and speech therapists on the other side, for some part of the home health care side. I just want to let you guys know that right now we are hiring for personal care assistants. What you would do as a personal care assistant would be to help escort your consumer to and from their doctor's appointments, medication reminders, light housekeeping, errands. Some people just want companionship. So, just talk to your consumer.
Yeah.
It's that, instead of getting on the phone. But we're not going to talk about that right now.
Right.
So if you have a clean background check and are willing to care for someone else, and even if you have a loved one that you want to care for your own loved one, come on out, because we do hire those who care for their own loved ones. Like my grandmother right now, my cousin is her personal care assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like new people in their house. Just that's the fact, like,
Yeah.
this is my house, my privacy, I want my own person.
Yeah.
So if you have someone that's caring, come on out. Come to 2336 South Broad Street. That's where we're located, South Broad, South Philly. Don't go to North Broad, that's not where we're at. We're in South 217-607-3659. Our office hours, of course, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our on-call phone is on 24/7. So the reason why I'm promoting McManus is because I know that I've seen a lot of commercials, I've seen a lot of billboards, you know, they promote caring and X, Y, and Z, and you show up and it may or may not be the case. Well, I can tell you for a fact that McManus Home Health Care is legit. You go in, everyone is helpful. Everyone is caring. I thought I was in a dream, literally. And I'm like, I've been a nurse for 20 years. So to go into this place and it's like, you know, it's like, hi, how are you? How are you? Come on in. And here, have a seat. And here's some refreshment. And it's like, really? This place really exists?
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't just that day to just get you in.
Yeah.
They're still doing this every day.
Wow.
To the back, because you're like, I want to do better. I want to go harder. I want to care more because they care about me.
Yes.
You know, it's very difficult to find that across the board.
Right.
You might find one or two coworkers that are caring, and then everybody else is like, everybody is caring. So I'm like, wow, this place looks like Disney, but I don't have to pay $100 to get in. You know?
Right.
So how did you get started?
How
did you get started in the healthcare industry? What made you?
My grandfather had lung cancer when I was 16 years old, and he went to Hott, and I just saw how those nurses cared for him, and I said, I can care for a person like that. I'm a caring individual. I like people, you know, not knowing there was anatomy, physiology, pathophys, and all the other stuff.
Right.
I thought I could just care and be a nurse. Okay, great. This is easy. And get paid great.
Yes.
Okay. So I went to Westchester, graduated in '99, and I did not know at the time that my grandmother, who my grandparents raised me, that my grandmother wanted to be a nurse, but she never went that route.
Yes.
She came, you know, she was a homemaker. She had her 5 kids, and that was that. So after I graduated, she pulled me to the side and said, honey, I always wanted to be a nurse.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, so it made it even more special.
Yeah.
It made me care even more
That's
because
wonderful.
here I am living my grandmom's legacy, what she wanted to do and wasn't, you know, able to do.
So what was your most rewarding part in your job? What's the most rewarding part that you know, of your job?
Really, home care.
Okay.
I did acute care. I worked at Einstein for 10 years. And unfortunately, when you work in an acute care setting, a person goes home and you never see if they really healed and what the outcome. But home care, you're in a person's home. Every week, you see the progression of a wound, because I love wounds. I'm really weird like that. I just love wounds.
You love wounds?
Wounds, yeah.
Wow, you better than me.
So all
I can't even see that.
Yes.
Wow.
That does not, you know,
It doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother
me at all.
Yes.
So I just love seeing the first, you know, you come out of surgery, you get the wounds, and I'm doing the training, the dressing changes, and to see it progress, and you heal, and like, wow, I did that. I helped them heal. They didn't get infection because I helped them. You know, I used my acceptance thing. So you feel like, oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
But yeah.
But you know, I mean, you have a strong stomach and everything.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I can change a wound with one hand and eat my lunch in the other.
Okay.
You know, but that's wonderful because I always used to say, even with police officers, I used to say, well, how are they able to be a police officer and they see all kinds of stuff, you know? And I'm, oh my goodness. and I'm like you said, with the doctor, even with the doctor doing stuff with everything, you know. And I used to say with doctors, you know, they see all kinds of, you know, stuff too that we gotta have a strong stomach for, and be in the surgeries and everything else.
Reach your hand into unknown places.
Right.
God bless you, because
I'm good.
Yes.
Look, I get a paper cut and I'm about ready to get an ambulance come and get me for fear of amputation. So God bless you. Paper cut. I'm serious.
Paper cut, yes.
I'm a punk when it comes to injuries. I'm not ashamed. I cry.
So bad. I have a 10-year-old, and I look forward to when he gets injured. Because I have a medicine cabinet just full of stuff. I have everything. I have the Neosporin, I have the creams and all the gels. He's like, Mom, I know you have something for me. We're just gonna rub them all together and see what happens. So yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Like I said, that's wonderful that you can, because even when I was pregnant, this is so funny. When I was pregnant and when I was having my son on the table, they said, "Look, the baby's coming out." I said, "I'm not looking. I am not looking." And they said, "This is wonderful. You want to see the birth baby?" I said, "No." It's just that I just cannot stand the thought.
That's funny.
The thought of it. Even when they take a needle on my arm and put blood, take blood, I was like, I won't even look. I said, "Y'all do what you got to do. I'm determined."
See, I'm the opposite. I pulled my arm out and said, "Okay, there's one right here. Give me the needle. I'll do it myself. You taking too much. Here, just give me. I can figure this out."
You figure, well, that's, I wanted to let you know, you look, love your hair, you look very beautiful. And Isha, I'm gonna tell you where I met Alicia from.
Where?
We were in play. The caller.
Good morning, caller. Can I help you? Hello, you have a question?
Hott Radio, it's your boy Quentin down in Jersey.
Hey,
Quentin. You have a question, Quentin? Comment, shout out?
I got a comment. I want to first of all say I appreciate the show for having them two young brothers on there. They spoke real positive, intelligent, and they set the standard for the future of our kids.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Congratulations. And of course, Alicia, she's, that's my friend. She's a great actress. But what she's saying is correct. Healthcare is on the rise. It's one of the most sought after job opportunities. It can go a lot of different paths. So I appreciate the show for bringing these two type of subject matters to the forefront. It's very important.
Yes.
Congratulate the show and Alicia, hi, and get some people employed. Let's go. Let's get some numbers up.
Yes.
Really Hott Radio. I love y'all. Take care. God bless.
We love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Well, what I was gonna say was, Alicia, I met her. We were doing the play called Cheaper to Keeper, with Rosie Weinberg play.
Yes.
It was wonderful. So that's where I met her, and she was wonderful. She played the mother on the show. I'm telling you, she's a great actor. Look, we didn't even get into the acting part yet. Now we into the help part. Look, I love the way she talked. The help, but we didn't even get into that. She does acting too, y'all. She's great. Now I'm gonna tell you, she came almost in the middle of the play, I think it was, and she was the bomb. Okay, I guess I'm gonna say the bomb because she really knew. She got those lines down. Wonderful. And everybody talked about her part.
Yeah, Mitzi.
Yes, Mitzi. Yes, she really did a great job. And I was so, and I said, what, girl, go ahead. I said, she did a monologue when she first came, because I was the stage manager.
Yeah.
She did a monologue, but that's why what she did was great. I mean, she just came in there and just took over. I was like, wonderful.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you. I appreciate. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun.
Yes, she did.
So much. And I brought my grandma's cane too.
Yeah, and she had the cane, and she had the cane, I think she had the wig, right? The whole wig. She did a great job.
Awesome.
Yes. But the healthcare, like back to the healthcare, you're doing a wonderful job, and like you said, a lot of places are not like yours.
Mm-hmm.
They always say you hear so many crazy stories about them.
Yeah.
That's why yours, and you haven't been there for a while, you know what they do, so that's a blessing, so people should look it up and, come on, if you have anybody that needs any care,
McManus.
yes, come right there. You can tell them the information again in case they didn't hear it, let them know exactly where they want to come and, if they would like to join,
So
come
it's
to.
McManus Assistive Care and Home Health Care Services, located at 2336 South Broad Street. Our phone number again is 267-607-3659. Again, 267-607-3659.
Wow.
Also, I wanted to talk about the advanced clinical documentation for
Yes,
nursing.
oh, sure.
So a friend of mine, Raquel Wilkinson Alston, who is also a registered nurse, took some courses to go and look into coding, because coding is at the forefront of home health care agencies. You have to code correctly for the insurance companies to pay out, and that's how basically you get your case. The more diagnoses, the more issues that a consumer has, you have to make sure that the nurse captures all of that.
Right.
Because if you miss it, it's detrimental to your patients, because they don't know how to treat something that you might not even know that they have.
Yeah.
So they'll end up back in the hospital, and you're wondering, well, how come they're in the hospital and they have this home care service and I'm out there taking
Right.
care of them? So what Raquel did was figure that, hey, coding should be a nursing-driven thing, not a non-nurse-driven entity. So she actually founded her own school, which is starting in
Wow.
2020.
Excuse me.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Good morning, caller. You have a question?
Yes, this is Tibbs again. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Can you
Good morning.
explain the credentialing and the licensing and the training process? I got a couple of people with me. I'm in my work truck, and that's something they want to hear.
Wow.
So to be a personal care assistant, if they have a loved one, they don't need credentialing. All they need to have is a clean background check, which we will run in the office. But if you don't have your own consumer, if you don't have your own patient, then a home health aide licensure, that certificate is sufficient. Or you can be a CNA. You can come by with a CNA. But like I said, if you do not have those credentials and you have your own person, then you can just bypass that for right now. I know that in the future, they're trying to get everyone certified and become home health aides, but at the current moment, you can just be a personal assistant and not have those credentials.
Wow, thank you for the valuable information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling, caller. Thank you for coming up with, the question.
Thank you, Tibbs. Quentin.
Yes, wow. So that was wonderful. I'm glad people are calling up, because you never know. I mean, you hear what's going on in the places and stuff, and then you might just you need it to call up, and somebody might need to come and sign up.
Because people don't want to be in the hospital.
No.
When you have home health care, the
Right.
social worker sees that, and so they discharge you quicker,
Mhm.
so that you're home with your loved ones and you're in the comfortability of your
Yeah.
own four walls and not bells and whistles and
Yeah.
nasty food.
You still might have nasty food at home.
That's true. But at least it's in your house and you got your
Yeah.
Nasty food in the hospital, nasty food at home.
Yeah.
I don't want nasty food.
Yeah. But you know what? I meant to give a shout out. I still got to give a shout out to Happy Feet, aka James Williams.
Yes.
He's the one introduced me to this wonderful lady.
That's true.
She's wonderful. She's talented. She's educated. Thank you so much, James Williams. So you introduced me, and now, she came on the show to talk about the wonderful things she's doing.
So I'm going to take off my RN hat for right now and put on my MBA in marketing hat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have another hat.
Okay.
Like I said, Raquel Wilkinson Alston founded the Advanced Clinical Documentation for Nurses course. It's a 10-week online virtual live course catered towards tutoring and consulting for it's any nurse who wants to be certified in clinical documentation and medical coding. So like I said, that is extremely important in the home healthcare industry because we go out with diagnoses already when you go to open a case, when we do a start of care. But then we go out and we may find more things that they may not have told a coder. They may not have told the social worker. Sometimes they don't even tell us. But when we look at their medication list, I'm like, oh, you got this. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So
Yeah.
they may have forgotten or they just didn't want to share that. But as a nurse, we have that critical thinking skills that we can dig and figure stuff out and piece it together. And like I said, it just helps complete that pie of care. So then we can address all of their issues instead of just half the pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's basically what her class is tailored to do. She figures out what your specialty is, and then she makes like a schedule around what you're looking into, what your specialty is. So she does a one-on-one approach.
Wow.
So it's not just okay. Well, everybody's going to learn the same thing. Well, I might not want to learn about A and B.
Right.
And somebody might want to learn about C and D, and she figures out, okay, well, who all want to learn about this?
Right.
She groups everyone into this, and then does, so on and so forth. So I really appreciate how she's taken the time out to recognize that we as nurses, we are we can be more of a part of an industry instead of just the nurse that just goes out and takes the diagnosis that's given to us and, all right, well, this is what we're going to do. No, it helps expand us and makes us a bigger asset for the company.
Wow.
Because it's like, oh, well, you're more valuable. Hey, you can help me find this and this and capture this. And, oh, okay, this is what we want to do.
Yeah.
So, like I said, she's going to start up her school I think in January 2020.
Wow.
She actually has a virtual open house today between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. So if you are interested, please email her at advancednurses@acd4n.com. Again, that's ADVANCED NURSES@acd4n.com. Her name is Raquel Wilkinson Alston. She also is a registered nurse. She is also master's degree prepared as well as I am, and she knows her stuff. So it's an hour. She thoroughly digs into what she's going to teach you, and I'm going to be in the class because I want to learn more and I want to expand my resume because that's what we do as women. You know, nurses, all women.
Well, you know what to do that, you know, it's all across the board, but even with education, there's always you have to take another certificate, you have to take this, you have to take, it's always more education, yes.
It's 10 weeks of a great investment because that's the direction that home health care is going.
So call us if, you know, call on up, 484-477-6348, if you would like to call up. We have a wonderful guest here and into healthcare. So if you'd like to call up, you know someone that you want to put in with the healthcare, or you know you want a job with the healthcare, call on up. It's at 484-477-6348. And we want to thank you so much. If you have anything else to say, you know, we want to thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes.
And I will, hopefully, you'll be inviting me back because Reflex, with 2 X's at the end, band, and I, and China, who is the other background vocalist that we sing together, we are creating our own music.
Are you? Wow.
Starting on Monday.
Starting Monday, wow.
So when that drops, I'll be back. With my musical hat.
You know what? That's why we definitely invite you back. You know, you and other guests. We have wonderful guests on the show, and we definitely will invite you back for anything you want to promote. Come on out. Okay. We'll definitely invite you back.
Well, thank you
so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right. Sharon, wasn't that that was a good one. I really enjoyed
some good information.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. You know, all our guests so far are wonderful, and callers was calling up, talking about it, so that's wonderful, yes. So now I want to introduce another guest, Stephanie Kane, and we have it's Kelly, Lenny, I'm sorry, Lenny and Stephanie Kane.
Lenny's back.
Hello.
Welcome back, Lenny.
Hello.
Hi, Lenny. So, Stephanie Kane.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. How are you? What do you do, Stephanie?
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. First of all, I just want to say hello, ladies, and thank you for having us on Philly's Hott radio show.
Yes.
I'm excited. I was here before and I was excited then. So we are here today basically because of the phenomenal event that's going to happen tomorrow. Mr. Lenny, as you interviewed earlier this morning, he and the phenomenal board that he has with New Beginnings, had a mindset to do something amazing, Operation Warm, where no child is left without a winter coat.
Yes.
And apparently someone gave him my name.
Wow.
And everyone in Philadelphia and across the board, everyone knows children are my passion. Children, they know that I can never say no to children.
Yes.
Okay, and so when they said they wanted to do a fundraising event, someone told them about a children fashion show, which I do all the time. I've been doing it for years. I had the first black modeling agency here in Philadelphia. Yes, and I I've taken children from 3 years old and up. I've actually worked with, younger children, babies for commercials and things like that. But when they said they wanted to do an event to raise funds to help with Operation Warm, I was all in.
Yes.
Definitely.
And that's wonderful, because children are our future. Like we talked about earlier, the children are our future, and if we don't step up to the plate, who's going to be there for the children?
That's true.
So that's why we all have to just, because I'm an educator. Everybody knows I'm an educator, and teaching never stops. Education never stops.
Never.
I don't care how old you get, you can go back to school, you can get whatever you need for education. So I always say that to everyone, every kid that's out there, oh, it might be too late, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, no, you can do it. Put your mind to it, you can do it. You have a gift, not just that, you just have to put, what I always tell kids, I said, look, just claim it. Claim what you can do.
That's true.
Claim it.
So true. You have to, and you have to instill that into our children when they're young.
Yes.
We have to let them know that they're smart, they're creative, they're beautiful.
Yes.
All of those things. But and education is very important.
Yes, it is.
Because that's definitely something that no one can ever take from you.
Yes.
Okay. You can use your creativity, use your gift that God has given you,
Yes.
and He's going to allow the part that you receive as an education to even excel you to a whole nother level.
Right.
So we're excited about the event tomorrow. We had children, it was supposed to be from 4 to 17. We had a little guy show up that was 3 years old, and he was not letting those guys walk on that runway without him. He is a cutie patootie, trust me. But we're gonna have vendors, we have some great vendors that are gonna be there tomorrow. We're gonna give you a little something for your tummy, along with, the great fashion show. And we've been blessed to be able to hold this event at the Oak Street facility in the Cheltenham Mall. We ask all of our guests, when you arrive, come down Cheltenham Avenue to 79th Street. And when you make that turn on 79th to come into the mall, to stay straight and you'll run right in the facility. It's tomorrow, Sunday, December the 8th. It's from 3 to 6. And we're excited.
Yes.
We're excited about what's happening. We're so excited to be a part of our Operation Warm. And the children are really, really excited. I had parents calling last night just to find out if it was too late for their children to be a part of this event. Many of them know that I've worked with many of the children before. I've done quite a few different things. I'm a celebrity stylist. I'm a fashion specialist for one of the largest fur manufacturers in the country. I design furs, and I do all Patty LaBelle's furs, and so we're gonna have some people that are gonna pop in tomorrow, and we're gonna have some nice media coverage, and it's gonna be a great event. So we're asking everyone. The tickets are only $20, and we ask you also too, if you can just donate a hat, a scarf, or a pair of gloves. If you're not able to make it, give us a call and just do a donation.
Right.
Because then they are going to do a great event next week on the 15th, where they're going to bless so many children.
Right.
So I have reached out to a lot of the models in the fashion industry, a lot of my staff with Classic Productions and my travel business. So everybody's coming in to volunteer their time. We've got a great chef that's going to give them some great food and whatever, So it's going to really be great. And I thank Lynn for his vision. Yes, I'm telling you.
Wonderful.
I was so glad to hear their interview this morning, to hear that he's an author and so many other things. He's a
3 books.
Yes.
Not one, not two, but
You did 3 books, and I'm very proud of you also for what you did, for where you told us that you came from, and but like you said, you're an example to the kids. I can do it. You can do it.
Everyone can change.
Yes.
That's your mentality. You have to reprogram it. The thing, failure is not an option.
Nope.
It's just a learning experience through every loss that you take.
It'll change the way you think.
Yes,
And it'll change the way you act. And I just want to say, I'm just excited So, have you here, Stephanie? I've never met you, but I've heard so many awesome things about you. I've seen you, and I can't say the name, but I saw you in a beautiful fur commercial. Can't say the name, but it's a very well-known fur company. Everybody knows. So it was just awesome. And I just have a question. You mentioned about fashion show. I actually have a nephew who's a model, and he's 16 years old. So if he wanted to like get into one of your fashion shows or programs, what would he do?
Definitely have him reach out to me.
Okay.
And my thing is always ask to leave no child behind.
Yeah.
And that's why when I have parents that called last night, one of her co-workers' children is in the fashion show.
Wow.
And she says, when she began to tell me about it, she said, my children model all around the house all day long. She said, can I please, is there any way that they could just possibly be a part of it? And there was no way in the world I could tell her no.
No, right.
And of course, so her little girls are gonna be in it. She said, listen, I know I got the letter. She says, I'm ready to pay for tickets now. I wanna cash out. This lady was truly.
I'm sorry, we have a caller.
Oh, call.
Caller? Call back, caller.
But I know, Stephanie, how many fashion shows I've been with you? About 3 or 4, was it?
Oh,
I know that she
at
has.
least I think about a half a dozen by now.
Wow, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her dearly.
A dozen?
Yes, I love Stephanie dearly. She slays when she get on there. When you see her, when she gets on there and have a coat, oh my goodness, one of her furs on, I'm telling you, she's wonderful. But just to join in with Lenny on what he's doing, that's a blessing too. Because our kids are our future. Like I keep saying, people don't understand it, people don't know it. Kids are our future. And if they got adults behind them, they're going to be successful.
Exactly.
If they continue to, walk the kids. You know what they say? It takes a village.
So true.
It takes a village for our kids to raise our kids.
It's just a lot of kids do feel like they're outcasts.
Right.
They don't have the avenue to even just ask for help, or the pride in our community is very big.
Yes.
The humility is so small.
Yes.
So just to, even when we struggle, it's so hard to just say I need help.
Yeah.
Because it's either we just submit to the failure or just say we give up, or we're too proud to say I need help. So being humble is the best thing in the world.
Yes.
Pride gave us division. That's why the devil, did what he did.
Right.
Because of pride, not humility. So the biggest thing to have in this world is humility. Is to say, I need this, or can you help me? And the world will be a better place. Especially for us as African Americans. I just think the biggest thing we need to teach ourselves is to learn, like, to read, to have literacy, and also to have humility. That's the biggest thing.
Yes. Yeah, wonderful.
Yes, help is not a dirty word.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. But what callers, calling, this is very important. It's helping the children. You see kids going to school. I know you see kids going to school every day. When you see kids walking up the street, some of them don't have a coat on. Some of them don't have gloves, hat, or anything like that. So all I'm asking is just to call up. You heard Lenny talk about the children. You heard Stephanie Kane talk about them. Just call up or donate. If you can't make it tomorrow, donate. But come on out if you can. It would be wonderful. Come on out and enjoy. What's going on at Cheltenham Mall, which I only, how many minutes? 5 minutes away from Cheltenham?
5 minutes away.
I'm 5 minutes away.
Way farther than 5 minutes.
So I would definitely, I'll be checking her out. I know I have to go to a family reunion meeting tomorrow, and I know my family's like, don't miss that meeting. I know I have to go there tomorrow, but I will definitely stop in to help out, and I want to make a donation also, and it's from Philly Hott Radio.
We are blessed to have Dr. Rock come through tomorrow. We do know she had a previous event scheduled, but we were not going to allow her to get away where she was not going to show her beautiful face, her great personality, just to be their support. This is a lady, let me tell you something, just since I've known her and known of her, she is one person who supports everyone. She's so giving, You know, she's a blessed lady, and that's why God continues to bless her.
Yes.
Because she's always looking to help and bless someone else.
Yes.
She's been right there. Everyone knows that I have passions about certain things, children, cancer, any kind of cancer projects, and this woman right here, Dr. Rock, and this is just a start of what she's going to be doing. You know, and I'm so happy that it's not just here in Philadelphia, it's global, and she deserves it. It's an amazing venture that she has stepped into, and she's a beautiful woman. She's a phenomenal model, and
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell the world. I take after. Look, I only learned it from Stephanie. I learned everything from Stephanie, and she's gorgeous, and she always, you know, I like her footsteps are wonderful. You know, anybody want to follow her? Hey, you got a queen to follow.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's awesome, and it's very important that you mentioned about her just showing up, because what people don't realize is that you can support people not just financially. Support is not just monetary. Support is your time, your talent, and your service. So some people get it twisted, and you know, you might not have the funds, but if you got the heart, if you have the time and the talent, then that's support. And so Dr. Rock has definitely been a support person, because when I met her, I didn't even know her from a can of paint for 2 hours, and this woman offered to take me home, all the way home. We were at a casting for a film, and she volunteered. And I just thought that was awesome, because there were people who lived like right near me, and they could have, but she lived on the other side of town. And like I said, I didn't know her from a can of paint, and she offered to take me home. And we've been friends for a long time. Dr. Rock is definitely selfless, not selfish. There's a difference between selfless and selfish. And this lady right here is definitely very, very, very sharing, very caring. She's always volunteering and doing stuff for people, you know. So I definitely know she's going to hear, well done,
Wait a minute.
faithful servant.
She said all that about me. You know, I'm not. Look, Sharon has been there for me also. I mean, she's always, anytime we have acting and modeling, different things we were doing, she always shared it with me. She was never selfish at all about it. She's always sharing different situations, like acting. She's more into acting. So anytime we do acting, we did it together. You know, she'll call me up. Guess what I found? It's the gig that's going on. I'm like, okay. So she's just, whatever she said about me, it goes right back to her.
Thank you.
And I thank God for the friends that I do have in my life. You know, definitely thank God.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
And caring
It's
is
always
sharing.
good
Yes.
when you can get people to come out and support.
Yes.
You know, and we have to show our children that from the very, very beginning.
Yes, we do.
I put a post on Facebook early this morning, and it basically said just that. It's the fact that we have to teach our children while they're young, you know, to be able to do some things that support and help others.
Right.
You know, this is Operation Warm, and it's also New Beginnings Foundation, Stephanie King Production, but we're calling this project Fashion for a Cause, and it's for a great cause, okay? Because of Lenny's mindset and his being a visionary that he is.
Go, Lenny!
You know, it's just something that's really, really great. I mean, this is my busy season, everyone knows.
Yes.
Just did a major event last week, and I know Len is probably saying to himself the whole time he's been working with me, this lady is like all over the
But
place.
you know what? She got some awards. She got awarded for 2 places that I went to. Was wonderful, and she deserved both of them. You know.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You know, but you know, this is my passion. You know, being able to give back, being able to help. The children are they're excited. We had to make sure we sent a letter home with the parents, email them to make sure they get a lot of rest tonight, because they're so excited, they're not going to want to sleep. We have to make sure they rest, make sure they have breakfast, lunch, you know, with all this. They are truly, truly excited. And this is just the first many things that we're going to be doing again here in the Philadelphia, in the tri-state area, because we have some children that's coming from Delaware. We even have a young designer that's coming in from Delaware.
Wow.
Mr. Lynn hasn't even told you about his part as a great designer also.
Oh, designer?
Yes,
Oh, you gotta tell us about that before we close.
Yeah, he's
About the
gonna
close
have a
so we want you to
collection
tell us
also.
everything, yeah, about design.
He wasn't even going to tell me he was a designer.
Designer too.
He just had to pull it right out of him.
My clothing line is called Valet, which means, it's in Creole, that means volume. So you have to know your worth, basically.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's basically for young kids, as you just to know your worth. Whatever you want to do, keep your faith and know your worth.
Yes.
Never settle for anything else.
That's right.
So when you wear it, it's all about being positive and having the confidence to do whatever you want to do. Knowing your worth is priceless.
Wow. That's
Lynn,
wonderful.
Lynn is definitely a young man that, as I've been speaking to a lot of the parents that I know and the children that are involved, he's definitely a young man that's a mentor.
Yes.
There's so much more that God is going to use him for.
Yes.
You know, these are just the stepping stones in the beginnings. He started with all the other things that he's done, but doing, you know, giving away the book bags and things like that. The project for the children in the beginning of the year, he gives them all of those things to start school with, you know, and then this, you know, being able to do coats.
Yes.
You know, it's great, you know, and if you want to be a part of it, like I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen who are called in, who are listening, do what you need to do to try to be there tomorrow to support and applaud those children. They need every hand clap. They are going to be excited about it. But if you can't make it, call in and you can cash app us and send it over to support maybe another child or another senior or someone else who might like to attend. It's only $20, and this is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3, and this gentleman, I mean, he has pulled out all the stops. He is not playing, and that's why I have no problem doing what I'm doing. Everyone that knows me knows I'm very cautious about what I link my name with. Okay. When I started, it was before all of this phenomenal, great social media. So what we had to do to get recognition, what you had to do to build your brand, and to build it on a positive level. You know, and that's what I always say. I worked hard to build my brand and to build my name. And so I have to always make sure who I,
Be careful,
you know, add myself to. But everything that I've seen and when I say the humility and all the other things, and all the positivity that has come from New Beginnings, I had no problem, you know, linking Stephanie Kane and S. Kane Productions and all the people that work with me to this project. So we don't even feel like we're just like coming on as a part of it. We're like, we're on board. He couldn't get rid of us now if he wanted to. Okay, you know, so this is just the beginning of so many great things.
Good morning, caller. You have a question? Hello? Okay, call back.
I'm telling you, so, but we're excited, and we just thank you, Dr. Rock, for having us on your
you know,
show.
always, and I told you, you're always welcome to come back, because I know you have other things going on. Always welcome to come back, and
That morning, caller, you have a question?
Yes, I do have something.
Uh-oh.
Okay. What's your name, caller?
My name is Dave Wilkes.
All right.
Well, good morning, Mr. Dave Wilson. What is your question, sir?
No, I don't have a question, I have a comment.
Okay, what's your comment, Mr. Dave Wilkes?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
What's the
bring it
comment?
on.
I would just like to commend that gentleman there for what he's doing for those children, for one.
That's right, go Lenny! Lenny in the
Get the
house!
whistle. He gets a
Lenny!
I don't know him, but I do want to commend him because a lot of people need to try to do things to help children, and he's one of them. And again, I wanted to say that if Miss Stephanie Kane is supporting him, then obviously he's a good person, he's doing something good, or she wouldn't even be there.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So much, Mr. Wilkes.
And same thing with Dr. Rock. If he wasn't any good, I guess she's probably going by what Stephanie said too, though.
Well, you know what? Anybody that's dealing dealing with kids or anything dealing with children is a blessing, you know, because they God's children.
And I want him to know that I've done some volunteering behind the scenes that he don't even know about personally. I did some volunteering to help his event through Stephanie Kane. And also, I wanted to have my queen come there tomorrow, but unfortunately she's doing something else.
Okay.
But I would like her to make an appearance there. I have a pageant for plus size women, of course, the Big Beautiful Women Pageant International. And you have my pageant director sitting right beside you, sir.
Yes.
Pageant coordinator sitting across from you.
Coordinator, right here. Well, I also gave you a shout out about your boxing event that is coming up January 5th.
Yeah, I do. I have a boxing banquet. It's an awards banquet. I give awards to everybody in the boxing community.
Nice.
And I have a lot of celebrities there. A lot of people from the boxing community is there. And we have the fans to come and eat dinner with all those celebrities.
Nice.
Nowhere else can you sit down beside a celebrity and eat dinner with them. They normally have a head table and all the celebrities sit up there and you can't go near them.
I know, right?
My event is a family event, so everybody sits together, eat together,
Awesome.
shake hands, take autographs, pictures, whatever you want to do.
Wow.
That event is only $30. We give you some world-class entertainment. We give you a dinner, and you get to meet all these celebrities, take pictures with them, autograph, whatever you want to do. And that's January the 5th at the York House.
January 5th.
Well, you know, Mr. Dave, your queen is always welcome. I already said that goes without saying.
Yes.
But, you know, we know that Queen Tanya's going to be there tomorrow with you. You already said you were going to be there and be supportive. Your beautiful little great niece is going to be in the show. And so we're excited to have a lot of people come out. And we just appreciate your continued support. And we thank you for everything that you want to come out to do to help New Beginnings. Even don't forget, for volunteers, you need volunteers for next week?
Volunteers for next week.
Yeah, next week for the coat giveaway and whatever. We're going to be right there to be a part of that. So once again,
well, I'll definitely have to be there because my little niece, I call her Chocolate Drop. That's her runway name. Renaya Green. Renaya Green is like probably one of the superstars of her age. She's 11 years old.
Wow.
She models. She's an actress. She's an acrobat. She's a dancer. She's actor. She does it all.
you're going to see a lot of her great talent tomorrow. We've got some surprises.
You know, it's good to come out to see the kids slay, because they do slay. The little girls, the little boys, they go down there. So it's nice if anybody, you know, come on. I don't care if you're in New York, come on out. Come on out.
Come on, support.
But you know, also, well, thank you so much for calling us.
Thank you, Mr. Dave.
And thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank y'all and have a good one.
All right,
You too.
Now, I want to let you know also that I'm in something called Women's Journey to Life. Shay Monroe, I don't know if you heard of it. We do a lot of that, giving back to the kids and giving coats. We do a lot of awesome things also. You know, maybe all of us can join in sometimes with each other with doing that, you know.
Definitely.
Collaboration.
Most
Collaboration.
things I do is by myself.
By yourself.
It's hard to find everyone that has the same vision that you do. So I try to link up with everyone that has a similar.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's why I said we do it also. But I definitely, you know, we definitely like what you're doing, and you keep on doing what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, when you're ready, reach out for some tickets or a donation. You can reach me at 267-252-6487. You can also reach Lynn
at 215-740-3458.
Yes.
Please.
And they could also pay through Cash App.
Yes.
They can cash
Wonderful,
out.
wonderful.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
You can reach out to us. And it's on Facebook. You can go right on my page. I'm sure Lynn has it on social media. I'm not great with social media, but I'm getting better. But I was able to, you know, post some things in reference to this event. So we've been getting hits already all morning long. So
Awesome.
I know we're going to have a really, really great turnout.
Yes.
So make sure that you are a part of the crowd tomorrow to support the children and support Fashion for a Cause for New Beginnings, Operation Warm.
Yeah.
And don't forget to put the 8th on your calendar. Oh, not only the 8th, but the 15th on your
15th,
calendar
right.
for the
Okay.
actual coat giveaway.
Well,
Okay.
you know, Philly Hot Radio, Showtime, if you're listening, I know Sharon's here. Showtime, if you're listening in Lang City, we should go there and support next Saturday.
Sunday.
Next Sunday, I'm
Next
sorry,
Sunday.
December the 15th. You know,
Thank
part of
you.
Philly Hot Radio.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes, no problem. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
We,
you.
you know, definitely, and Sharon, thank you. Oh, we gotta give our shout out to Diane. Thank you so much, Diane, and Earl Conti.
Earl.
Okay, so this is Showtime's wife is Diane, and everyone knows Earl Conti, my husband. So we want to give a shout
Always
out.
so supportive.
Yeah, they're always supporting on the radio, so we have to give them that shout out. We
Give
can
you
never
shout-outs.
forget what they do, because they do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sharon, for being the co-host, our guest co-host today. Sharon's a part of this, she's a part of Philly Hot Radio. She's always gonna be a part of Philly Hot Radio.
I just want to thank everybody who made this moment possible. Showtime, Roxanne, everybody has. Thank you, Stephanie, Lenny, thank you, merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
on.
I'm so glad, thank you so much. And tune in next week. Tune in to us next week.
To whistle while you work.
She likes to whistle.